Hey guys, Red Dot Shooters here, and here's my review of the legendary M1 Garand. So, I love military surplus guns. They're a combination of two things that for me are really interesting, and those two things are firearms and history. Now, I'm not an expert on Milsurps. I can't tell you what the different markings mean and all that stuff, but I do have some experience shooting them, and of the ones I've got in my own collection, my favorite really is my Garand. It really is a great rifle for many reasons, so in today's video, I'm going to do my best to explain why. Okay, so the first thing I really love about the Garand, or Garand, say it however you want, is the way it's designed. It's got that traditional rifle look, it's made of steel and wood, and it just feels natural to carry it around, to aim it, and to shoot it. Now, even though it's got that traditional rifle feel, it is a semi-automatic rifle. And the whole process of loading the Garand is actually pretty fun. You load it with these in-block clips that each hold 8 rounds, and once the clip is pushed into the internal magazine, the charging handle should come forward and chamber the first round. Now, sometimes the round won't fully chamber, but that's actually pretty normal, and all you have to do is just smack it with the palm of your hand to chamber the round. You do want to be careful when you push the clip in and not leave your thumb down in the action, because the bolt can slam forward on your thumb, causing an injury, and really it should be easy to avoid if you're paying attention and removing your thumb from the danger area. And then once you're loaded up, you've got 8 rounds, and after your last round, the in-block clip shoots out of the action, making that iconic ping sound that you've heard in all the World War II movies. Now, I also really like the round the Garand fires, which is 30-06. 30-06 is a pretty potent round, and from my experience, it hits with some authority downrange. I mostly shoot 5.56 ARs, and I shoot them at steel plates at 100 yards usually, and it's kind of a shock when I take out the Garand because it really smacks the steel a lot harder. I remember there was one time when I was shooting the Garand, and I like to use a system called the Last Stand, which is basically these rubber sections that hold rebar, and it lets you hang your target from them. It's actually a pretty cool system if you travel out to your shooting area. But anyway, I used chains with that system to hang my steel plates. And basically I was shooting and I missed my target and hit the chain. So the target kind of swung down by the other chain and I went down range to reset it. And the thing is, when I got down range, I could not find the chain anywhere. And I searched for a while. I had a buddy with me and long story short, we never found it. Now, I have shot the chain several times with my ARs as well, and it's always laying right there under the target stand. So to me, it was pretty strange that we couldn't find it, and I really think it speaks a little bit about the power of 30-06. Now, with that power, you might expect this rifle to have a lot of recoil, but it doesn't. It's a pretty heavy rifle, and it's got that gas system that makes it semi-automatic, and I think both of those factors make it relatively tame when it comes to recoil. You just get kind of a hard push, but it's really not too bad. Now, the sights on the Garand are fantastic. They're aperture sights, which I always prefer over something like the notch sights you usually find on Milsurps, and they just give an awesome sight picture. They're also really easy to dial in because you can adjust for windage and elevation right from the rear sight. And they just make the gun, which is already pretty accurate, really fun to shoot. Okay, now the last thing I want to talk about is the real reason I love the Garand so much. Yes, it's got great sights. Yes, it's accurate. Yes, it's fun to shoot. But the truth is, the history of this rifle is incredible. I mean, this is the rifle that put a beat down on the Nazis and the Imperial Japanese in the biggest war this world has ever seen. And yes, in World War II we had allies who were awesome, but man, this thing got the job done. General Patton used to call it the greatest battle implement ever devised. And we can't forget about its service for the guys in Korea either. It served extremely well in the Korean War. And it really is just a rifle with an epic history. So in the end, guys, how can anyone not like the Garand? It's fun, it's accurate, and at this point it's pretty much cemented its place as a true American classic. Now, I got mine from the CMP a few years ago, and I got a pretty good deal on it. So if you're thinking about getting one of these, I recommend you check there first, that's the Civilian Marksmanship Program, and look into the whole process of getting it through them. Finally, guys, whether you're shooting the Garand or some other type of gun, you need to make sure your marksmanship fundamentals are strong. So if you are looking for some help improving your shooting, check out my free guide where I show you an exercise that can be done without leaving your home or spending any money. It's a really simple exercise, and I use it myself to continue my own improvement. So to get that, just go below in the description and hit the link. Or type into your browser reddotShooters.com/trigger. Like I said, the exercise is really simple, anyone can do it, and it's 100% free. Thank you for watching, and be sure to like, comment, share, and hit that subscribe button for more gun and gear reviews.